Hi guys, and welcome back to Factorio Vanilla. This is episode 37 and I'm your host, Glitch. So last time we started to run into power problems again, and I think actually what we're going to do, since we're going to make some more power anyway, is actually give a complete separate power system to our power system. So to do that we're going to need an offshore pump, which of course we don't have the copper for. So where can we get some copper from? Well, if we run through this forest here, we should find there's some copper in the furnace on the other side. So if we grab that, we've got, how many boilers? 38. That's plenty for what we need. So if we come down here, I think what we're going to end up doing is dropping our pump. Let's get rid of something from here. I know what I can show you to fill up some spaces. I can show you the blueprint book. So what the blueprint does, or what the blueprint book does, is it allows you to store all your blueprints. You can cycle through them. So rather than having everything take up lots of space, as soon as this actually completes doing, which could be another minute or so actually I'll carry on doing what I was doing instead for a moment, but I think what we'll end up doing is hooking all of this up and bring it over to fuel some steam engines on this side. So we've got our water pump, and we need 14 boilers. So let's just double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You can probably hear my voice cracking a little bit because I've still got this persistent cough and chest infection. It's just not going anywhere. So it's still a little bit difficult for me to talk at times, which is why I'm not being particularly talkative, even though this is a Let's Play and I should be describing and talking about and stuff about what's going on. So apologies for that. I am hopefully slowly getting better. But with those set up, let's get the pipes and things to finish hooking them together. And of course we've run out of pipes as well, so let's make some pipes first. So we can use underground pipe to link this bit up. And then normal pipe for... never goes easily. Normal pipe for hooking that in together. So the last thing we need now is to actually bring our coal in from here. And let's see, do we have any mining drills? I can see 2. Is 2 all we've got? Really? 2's all we've got. No, I just couldn't see that stack over there. So we've got a few, that's fine. So I'm just in the middle of a coughing fit, never mind me. And again, you're not going to hear the coughing because I keep dubbing it out afterwards when I'm putting the videos together. But if we run this over here, I have to drop the line slightly so we can actually bring them in. And we're going to want some lights for this as well. But first of all, we need some power. Once we've got some power, we can actually start to see what we're doing. So let's put some lights as well. So we'll have to be careful with this because this will hook into the wrong power grid very easily. And if we bring this from this side, it does all just about hook together. That's good. But let's disconnect that one from the grid and let's get back up to there. Nope, why is that not connecting? There you go. So we've now got hopefully a recursive program whereby this will generate a little bit of power to run all this. This will then kick in and fuel that. And as this starts to generate power, it will generate more power here. So these will slowly come up to full power, which will kick more power out down this way and allow for more coal to come through. And as the coal comes through here, we should start to find that it comes through fast enough to start picking all these boilers back up. So let's see if that actually holds true. So at the moment we've got 17 megawatts of power, which is not really enough, because we should have about 50. And let's see if this switch is working correctly. So we've got 26 on this side and 26 on this side. So that's actually saying that we do have it working correctly. And that should only work if this is higher than 80%. Well, that's obviously not higher than 80%. So something has gone wrong there. How very odd. Well, we'll come back to that another time. But this seems to be flooding in nicely now and turning all the power back on, so hopefully this will now charge up to 80% or above. Yes, it is, which means that that should now be on. It is, good. So this is now giving all the power we need and should be working reasonably well. Okay, so that seems to have done the trick. And let's see if the two sides up here are connected and form one network as well. So that power switch is open, good. So that should be 32 megawatts from 110, and that's also 32 from 110. Good, so both those sides are now working in conjunction with each other. Okay, so with that out of the way and with us having enough power now, do we want to add more down here? I think we probably should do, just to actually have some surplus power if we need it. And we're going to need some underground pipes again. And one more offshore pump. So that sorts most of it out. We just need to figure out all the inserts and things now. Which, wouldn't you know it, we've run out of inserters. And our pesky robots, trying to be helpful, have used them all up. So let's put a request in for another 50. And try and get back into logistics range. Have these two run out? Not quite. Now we should have a robot. There they are. They're coming to us with the inserters. I say that, but I can't actually see. There they are, down there. Let's grab some more iron as well while I'm here. And I suppose it wouldn't hurt to have a little bit of copper as well. So we're up to 1100 robots in the network now. And they will get added as they get used. So the more we use, the faster they'll get added. I'll wait for this one and then we'll head back over. Or actually, there you go. So we're obviously not getting enough coal through down here anymore, which means we might have to consider decommissioning that entire furnace array. But for the time being, our first importance is actually making sure this power is up and running and well sorted. So give that another moment or two, or 3 or 4, and then we can bring this newest line of the, whatever we want to call it, the power plant, back online. So we've now got, well, we're only using 36 megawatts, but we can generate up to about 60 megawatts. So we've got plenty of power for now. So what were we doing before this? I think we were working on the launch pad, weren't we? And of course, this is dropping as well, so that's one reason why our power was falling. Because that's now run out. That will go in the next sort of minute or so. These ones have still got a little bit left in them, but they are well past their glory days. In fact, let's just eke out a little bit more while we can. Put that one there, and that one there. very soon all of this will be history. I know it seems silly to waste my time waiting for this, but with just 10 left to go, I may as well grab it before I run off anywhere else. But in the meantime, we've got our rocket silo being produced over there. We can now start building... No, I didn't mean to hit that key. We can now start building our low density structures. We can make our rocket fuel, we can make our rocket control units. So all of those are viable. And as for the satellite, we should be able to make that as well. Whether we've actually got anything making solar panels and accumulators at the moment, I'm not sure, but we can find out in a moment. But that one's now finished. Let's tear that one up, run across, and we can start to make use of the various things. So that is finished. No, why is that not finished? Because we need 2,000 concrete. No, we've got 2,000 concrete. What are we short on? Electric engine units. So that will have to just continue. That was very close. We'll have to let that just tick away for a few minutes more. As for this managed to make one of the things that we need. Probably because we're so short on red circuits. No, it's not the red circuits we're short on. Is it blue circuits we're short on? It must be. Yeah, blue circuits we're short on. And we're short on the blue circuits because we've got no red circuits. So, okay, what do we want to work on then in the meantime? So, we can start putting together the low density structure because that doesn't need anything that we haven't got in abundance. We can start making the rocket fuel because we've got plenty of solid fuel for that. Processing unit is going to take a lot longer. Sorry, rocket control unit is going to take a lot longer because we just don't have the processing units. So let's set up... I think 10 should do it. 10 low density structure producing assemblers. And if we do them over here, we can leave some space to bring the blue onto the bus. And same thing as usual, we want to double this up over here so we can actually use both sides of the belt. Which doesn't make a lot of difference at the moment because we don't have the red circuits. But I think if we put in our low density structure here, that should be a good place for it. So that requires 3 things. Let's see what... So that's 5, we can then just double that up. But what is actually required? So low density structure requires 10 steel, 5 copper, 5 plastic. That takes 30 seconds. So if we put copper... We could actually put all 3 of them on separate lines, just to keep things running smoothly. And then that one will be our back onto the bus line. So what do we want on each line? Let's find out. Well, first of all, I want more red handies inserters, which are in the network now, but are we in network range? Just about, yes. So they should come to us in a moment. And we need to bring in copper, which is down there somewhere, plastic and steel. And if I remember right, we need more steel. So let's put the steel on the inside row. And here was me thinking that was okay placed, just need to move it across slightly. So if that's going to be steel going up the inside, we can bring copper on the outside, sorry, plastic on the outside, and then copper from over there. So I think that will work reasonably well. And just bring the bus forward to the end here as well. So we might find that we need to upgrade a lot of this to red belt over time, but let's just see how it goes for the time being. And then copper is going to come down from, or come in from over here. Which means to bring the copper line quite a long way across, just to actually catch up with everything. And we probably want to tell this as well that we want more belt, so we can actually just keep up with what we're using. Are we in range of logistics just anywhere? Nope, but we are now. Well, I think once we hook this up, I will call the episode there, because really the last thing to hooking this up is just bringing the bus across, and that can be done off screen. So allow all the robots to place all that bit, and bring this under there. So we need some splitters, that will do that. And we need to power all this as well. So with that in mind, what have I missed? I've missed the red long hands inserters over here. So that can come in, and once again we want to just quickly edit this. In fact, let's do it from there instead. Nope. So that way it's not going to get in the way of the tessellation when I try and lay it out afterwards. But if we put this in here, we can bring things through on both sides of the belt then, as we keep wanting to do. And we've got to put our red output on there as well before I forget. There you go. And some lights to finish things off somewhere. So that's our low density structures done. And I think that's a good place to call the episode, because I can carry on the bus, as I said, between episodes, and we can work out what to do with this next time. So this has been Factorio Vanilla. I've been your host, Glitch, and I will see you, well, next time.